Yo, 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 people, this is the Purple Underground once again. This is the conclusion of the 25th anniversary of Graffiti Bridge, the album, the soundtrack. So what's good, man?
Not much. You want to give them the proper introduction, or you just want to...
They already know.
Okay, they already know who we are? Okay, yeah. Well, they should know, and if they don't know, they will know. Alright, now, for those who listened to the last video, we left off with New Power Generation Part 2.
Yeah.
You know, which I think we both agreed that it was a filler.
Cop T.C. Ellis album.
Yeah.
True Confessions.
True Confessions?
We're going to have to review that.
Yeah, I got to listen to that album still. Shit, when did that come out? 1990?
90 or 91.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, it's about the
25th
anniversary for that, too.
It was so crazy, like...
Yeah.
I mean, my thing be... Like, I know this is our subject of Graffiti Bridge. But my thing is like, when you have to put a Prince song on your album, like, okay, Girl of My Dreams. Love that song. Love the way Prince done it.
Right.
T.C. Ellis put it on his album. It wasn't that hot.
See, I've never heard it.
It wasn't that hot. And then he redid Bambi and ruined it.
Yeah, he ruined that. I heard that one.
So, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, let's get back on Graffiti Bridge. New Power Generation Part 2. Would New Power Generation Part 2 been more receptive if, like, for instance, if it would have been included on the original track? Like, for instance, like, in the beginning.
Yeah.
Would it have made a more powerful statement than what it did, you think?
Maybe. Or even like on the Maxi single, if you would have put the T.C. Ellis on like the Funky Weapon remix or something like that. You feel, it would just been better. I just think.
Right.
You know,
I will say this. Okay. Although I prefer Tony M over T.C. Ellis.
Yeah, I do too.
Brother with a Purpose was trash.
Oh, okay. On the
Maxi single. That was dog shit. That was dog shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit right there was dog shit.
Okay. You know, I haven't listened to that in a while, so I forgot what that even.
I mean, so like, T.C. Ellis actually outflowed him on New Power Generation.
Right. You know what? Now that you said that, now it's gonna make me want to pull the CD out and listen.
Pull it out and check it out.
Yeah, again, because it's been a while. But yeah, and again, like I said in the previous video, it ends when you hear water and these sounds.
The New Power Generation is just taking control.
Right. It's almost like you get like this spiritual thing, you know. But that's how Love Sexy, you know, ends too, after Positivity. So.
Oh God, Positivity.
But
anyway.
But yeah. So that's pretty much the whole album, all 17 tracks of Graffiti Bridge. So I guess we're gonna go to the conclusions on how we think about the whole album overall, and then we'll get into the ratings.
Overall, for me, Graffiti Bridge was a great experience. There are a couple misses on here for me. Latest Fashion, New Power Generation 2. You know, but overall, it was a great experience for me. You know, I loved musically where he was going with it. I thought that most of the writing on the album was top-notch shit.
Right.
You know, I thought it was, I ain't gonna say his best up into that time, but coming from like that spiritual standpoint and some of the metaphoric things that he used, I thought was great. You know, so
yeah,
I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it.
Okay. I mean, I've always liked this album, even when I first heard it at the age of 10. Even now, I still think it's a very good album. Very interesting in parts. Yes. I think the Prince tracks are all good or great. Right. Anywhere between good and great.
Yeah.
The Time tracks were not the best tracks for them. I mean, even though I like Release It, Love Machine's cool. Latest fashion's pretty good, and here and there. Shake, okay. Well, you know. Anyway, moving on. I mean, I think some of the songs from the Pandemonium album were probably better than the 4 tracks off of here.
Yeah, for sure. And we forgot to mention like Jerk Out. It was actually part of the movie, which should have been on
this now
Graffiti Bridge.
Yeah. Now that's what I didn't understand either. Like songs like Jerk Out,
Blondie,
or Blondie.
Blondie definitely was hot.
I would pick Blondie over Shake.
Oh yeah, any day. Blondie was hot.
And probably even the Latest Fashion, really. Maybe, but I mean, I don't know. I think, I just think there were certain tracks on the Pandemonium album that would probably blow.
Right.
The 4 tracks on here.
Yes, sir.
I think if he would have put better tracks on here, this would have really been like a great album. It is a great album to a certain point.
I think it's a great album.
Yeah, I would say for the most part it's a great album. I just think it would have been a better album if some tracks were left off. I think like you said before, this is sort of like a continuation with the spiritual themes, like he put on Love Sexy.
It's interesting though. It's very interesting though how like, Love Sexy was like a spiritual album. Then you get the Batman. It's not so much a spiritual album.
Yeah.
Then he jumps right back into the spiritual thing.
Right.
Then Diamonds and Pearls, not so much so a spiritual album.
Other than the first song.
Other than the first song.
Yeah.
But then you get to like the Symbol album and you have more spiritual content on that.
On the Symbol album? You think there was some spiritual?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. More so than Diamonds and Pearls.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think, like as far as the spiritual themes, I understand where he was going there with that. Songs like Still Would Stand All Time and Elephants and Flowers. Even The Question of You probably has some spiritual overtones as well, along with the title track.
Right.
I think Love Sexy now is probably a stronger album than Graffiti Bridge. Probably a better album.
I don't think so. I would strongly disagree with that.
Hey man, that's cool.
I would strongly disagree with that.
I think Love Sexy is probably the better album from track 1 to all the way to the end. But that's just my personal opinion. But overall, I think this is a pretty great album for the most part.
Graffiti Bridge is great.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
For me, if you omit New Power Generation 2, the Latest Fashion, you know what? You can even omit Shake. I don't care.
Yeah.
Those. But see, my thing like with Love Sexy has a lot of drawbacks for me. Like, especially some of the. Y'all need to just look at the Love Sexy review we did.
Right.
I'll just do it like that.
Which we will sometime in the near future go back and review that, because I think I misrated that album just a slight bit. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. But but I still like the album. I think it's great.
All right. So if you was me personally, my rating for Graffiti Bridge, I would give it a strong 3.5 out of 5 turntables.
I thought you were gonna rate it higher. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. Strong 3.5 out of 5 turntables. That's what I would give it.
Okay. For me, I'm a little in between, man. To be honest with you, I'm like you with a strong 3.5, but I'm pushing towards a 4. So I'm kind of in between a strong 3.5 and a 4.
Right.
But overall, I still think this is a great album. I think the Prince tracks are great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
3.5 out of 5 for me.
Yep.
I
got it. And like I said, I'm torn between a strong 3.5 and a 4.
Right.
But again, we're definitely planning on doing a review for the actual film.
Yeah, the film is coming soon.
Yeah, you know, because we want to pay homage to you know, the anniversary. So that's gonna be real interesting. You definitely want to check that out.
Right.
You know,
Yes, sir.
We may even get raw and uncut.
Oh yeah.
On that album.
Oh yeah.
And we also plan on probably doing an anniversary for the Pandemonium album too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So we gotta get that along with Ice Cream Castles by the time.
Yes, sir.
So yeah. You know
so be on the lookout for those.
Yes, much more.
And this concludes. This is the final video for Graffiti Bridge, the soundtrack, the album.
Yep.
So, all right, people. I'm P. Ross. # Raccoon Hunter.
And I'm Micah, aka C capital M to the S, aka the One.
And we are the
Purple Underground. And this is the new breed. Please believe.
And we'll see y'all
real soon.
next video.
Yep. Peace. And God bless.
Yep.